Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to ETSR Season 8. We're here in Miami for round 5 of the season, and it's the first sprint race of the season as well. I'm Soren, your main commentator today. On my side is Cha again. Welcome, mate. How are you doing?
Hello, everybody. I'm back again for the second time. Great to be here.
Yeah, and you told me just before the stream that you raced Miami already yesterday, so it's quite
Yes,
good to
so
have you
yesterday,
around, so you can give us some more insights on how the track behaves at the moment, how it feels.
yeah, honestly, raced uh Miami yesterday. We were starting back at the grid, very back after a DNF in qualifying, and ended up making our way into a P4. So pretty solid start, I must say. Um, And honestly, one of the things I most enjoy about Miami is it's short, but it's really fast pacing around here. It's not one of our shorter tracks on the grid, but it is short enough that you can have that fast movement of the cars zooming through the turns and everything else that it keeps a steady pace. And in terms of the track layout itself, one of my least favorite parts of Miami might have to be that chicane. Um, if I'm pulling up the layout of the Miami track, um, the turn I'm specifically talking about would be 14 and 15. So that, in my opinion, is one of the worst in terms of picking up penalties because it's so easy to cross the track limits there. But if you do it right, that corner exit can really pay off.
Yeah, of course. It's Miami. I think it's really like one of those street circuits where you have to nail it. Like, if you get close to the wall, you can get really fast here, but at the same time, if you go wide at some corners, or don't be how to say it, like you don't give 100%, really, you're gonna be very slow very soon. So I think that's one of the things you need to be watch out for. Like, you have to give 100% commitment here at Jeddah, Miami, at Jeddah too, but
Still hung up over Jedi, I see.
yeah. um, Yeah, I mean, what do you think will be the key now for the first sprint of the season? I mean, we got a sprint of 10 laps before the actual race. I think the actual race is 28 laps, if I'm correct. So we got the 10 lap sprint before. What do you think most drivers will be thinking about now? Do they really care about the sprint, or do they see it more like another training session, basically?
I think in terms of the sprint, placement definitely matters at Miami. Heading into that first turn right off the start, that is where you commonly see those first mistakes made. Either cars try cutting in way too early and often picking up front wing damage, or they go way too wide and end up losing places. At Miami, turn one is really where you need to perfect it, or it's going to cost you eventually at the start of that race, and hopefully you'll be able to make it up.
Yep. Sorry. Also, um, hello to all the guys in the chat. I'm not gonna go into this too much. Not wanna talk too much German, but my day has been good. How's been your day, Char?
My day's been great. It's only 3 o'clock my time here, so still midday, but for you guys it's 8 8 p.m. So you guys must be pretty tired. Quali band is not cool. Yeah, I agree. It is not. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, hopefully, Davey, you'll be able to make up that quali band within the sprint. Because if I am correct, Soren, correct me if I'm wrong, determining your placement in the sprint is where you start in the race, is it not?
Oh, actually, that one I don't know, to be honest. I would need to look it up now.
I will Google that.
Yeah. As we see, I'm very confused right now. As Lewis is on the lap right now, but he has no ERS. I don't know if it's a bug or something, but oh wait, we're again, guys, just like Saturday, still figuring everything out. I hope it runs a little bit more smoothly this time. With the overlays and everything. So there we have.
Here we go, Soren. The answer to your question: yes, sprint race placement does determine the actual race placement. The finishing position of drivers in the sprint race influences the starting order of the grid for the Grand Prix, and with the winner driving, taking the pole position.
Yeah. All right. So that explains that. So sprint is crucial, even though I don't think you can get too many places, like a couple of course, and if you start further at the back, of course you're gonna gain some positions from people that probably spin out. But yeah, as we see, Lewis just about to cross the line. He is and he is setting a new fastest lap of the session, 25.0. That's half a second quicker than Vapor's last lap time, so it's a very good lap time from Lewis, who might start on pole with that.
As we see in real life and in the game, those McLaren cars are just speedy regardless of the track.
Alright. Yeah, so I might be a little bit more quiet today than the last time, because playing around with all the overlays here.
Yeah. Now feel free to figure that out while we still can.
Yeah, I mean, it is so amazing what you can do with it. Like, we can have actually like a weather report here on top of the screen at the moment. If you look at the stream, yeah, so I think that is one of the best features, because that's something that's really missing as a commentator like this. Not that you exactly know when it's gonna start to rain or something like that, but you not even have any clues. Like, you can't even ask, so it could rain in 10 minutes or something like that. But here we have like a proper. What's it called? A forecast.
Yes. No, good job. Nice job figuring out that word. I know that's not the easiest one, but.
And I think Vapor is actually on the lap right now. We go into the last minute of sprint qualifying here.
Yes, if we're looking, Vapor seems to be on his hot lap, trying to retake pole position from Lewis.
Yeah, last time
Lewis retired from the session.
Yeah, of course, he just set a lap time. He is into the pits now, so he wouldn't make another move anyway. But that leaves Lewis with no chance of fighting back. He only can watch now. But I mean, he did a very good lap time, and I think it's going to be very hard for Vapor or Trixie or Dragon or Haven maybe to beat this lap time. As we see Vapor coming now under the bridge, this very tricky section here. As he comes to the end of Sector 2 as well now. And he is purple in Sector 2. He is 3/10 down on Lewis time, however. And I think it's going to be very hard of gaining that time in the last couple of corners here now. As he comes into the braking zone now. Through the hairpin. Also easy to spin out there, get oversteer maybe. But it's all looking good for Vapor as he comes towards the line now.
Does he purple? He does not.
Very
close from Vapor.
Yeah. 1/10, 1.5 tenth. As we follow Trixie now here, as he comes into the, I don't know, stadium section. It feels like it, but I don't really know.
I believe it is. Yeah, that's turn 14 and 15 now, approaching. So he's just entering turn 15.
Yeah, you could hear the Aston Martin in front of him hitting the wall there. Also very crucial to not do that in the race, because it gives you very easy front wing damage. As Trixie here.
He's trying to get slipstream off, I believe, the Aston Martin.
Yeah, exactly. As he goes into the final corner now, or the final rear braking point at least.
Trixie at 120 now.
Yeah.
He's got to improve quite a bit ahead of these cars. And he does. He reclaims P3 after dropping to P6.
Yes.
And so for this start of the sprint race, he'll now start in that top 3 position.
Yeah. MSLR1 then, one of the last drivers to cross the line here. Currently P8. And he stays P8. That is qualifying over. Alright, that was quick. 10 minutes is really
That was very quick. I think we were more so messing with the um.
Oh, oh,
Can't
nice.
think
Oh.
of it.
Yeah, we have quality results. Oh my god, that is epic. um,
What a stance! Oh my gosh!
okay, here we go.
Did you
Lewis
just
then.
paste a McLaren helmet over Lewis
I don't know what this
or
is,
over Lando Norris?
but this is actually this is interesting.
Do you
Yeah,
see his number in the back too? That's crazy.
yeah, this is so. I mean, the don't look at the timings; they don't really work at all. The timings.
No, it doesn't. 13:21.
Alright then, and do we have another sprint qualifying? Wait, what?
What is going on?
I'm confused. Oh no! No. Okay, it's just the overlay is still waiting for the next session to start. Basically, we go into the sprint race now. All right, I was confused for a second.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even notice that graphic, but it shows the battery percentage.
Yeah. It shows so much. I can even switch it. It doesn't make any much sense during qualifying, but during the race I can switch it. So it shows like it actually it even shows the different tire temperatures of each car of each tire. Like you get 4 different tire temperatures shown for one car. So that means there are like what 80 different tire temperatures.
80 different tires.
Yeah.
And here we go. We're about to start and
Formation lap. Okay, good.
formation lap.
So and for that, wait, that is the we don't want that. Here we go. Here we have the tire stand. So it's either medium or hard for the drivers. Pretty evenly splitted. I think a few more on the medium tires. So Lewis in P1, the highest medium runner. Vapor, Mad Max, Trixie, and Jensen right behind on hards.
Team Haven and Laza on the medium compounds with Liverpool in P7 with the hards.
Yeah, rest of the top 10 then MSLR1, Red Dragon, and Smojic on mediums again. And oh, we got.
However, in P11, it's Jackie with the hard compounds, and all the way from Andy down to Zach is Beast, all on the medium compounds.
Yeah, so P11, 12, and 16 are drivers who didn't have included the telemetry settings, so we only see like player there. And also very interesting, I don't know why it does this one in German, but everything else is in English. But yeah, very interesting.
It's quite the interesting one.
Yeah, it seems also like the race is gonna be dry. That is good. As we wait for the drivers to line up on the grid slots on the grid. I think it's gonna be very interesting. Like Lewis is probably it's a short run towards turn 1, so Lewis probably gonna keep the lead. I think Vapor, Trixie, and Jensen they will have a hard time getting away, and that might open the door for Haven and Lazo, who might push into the top 5 there.
I didn't even think about this. The people on the hard tires might have made the smarter decision by saving fresh mediums for the actual race.
Oh, true.
So Vapor, Mad Max, and Jensen all just saved themselves a pair of medium compounds, which could pay off.
Yeah. Looking at the long game, that's true. That's might be the correct choice. And here we go then. Good one. Here we go. A little bit buggy down the lights, and the lights are out, and the sprint is underway, and it's a good start from Lewis, who gets away very well, massively in the lead. Then behind it we have Vapor, Mad Max, Trixie. They all get bunched up
Contact,
together.
and here comes Team Haven to squeeze by into P3.
Yeah, very good start from Team Haven, just as we anticipated with the medium tires. Of course, a little bit better start. He profited of Jensen and Trixie, who came together there. And he just swooped by and has taken 3rd place just like that. In the background we have Smojic in the Ferrari, far off the grid. Like he had a terrible start.
Yeah, not the greatest start from Smajek. Still sitting in P20 here, unfortunately, and it looks like he's got front wing damage as well.
Yeah, luckily for him, it's only the sprint, so still some massive points to gain in the actual race, as we have nearly a sprint from Red Dragon, who somehow kept it on track after going sideways at the entry into the stadium section here. We got
Unrelated, our largest...
Vapor, 10-second time penalty for corner cutting.
Like I told you earlier before, Soren, turns 14 and 15 is where you are going to see those penalties coming in. And unfortunately, Vapor got struck with one. 10 seconds, that's going to be devastating for him.
Yeah, and even if we don't have a safety car, that will still drop him down massively the order, I would guess.
Yes.
They could, even with no safety cars, could drop him out of the top 10 maybe. And yeah, that's gonna really hurt his race then. Because that's
our biggest climbers, so... Go ahead.
No, just want to say it's gonna be tough getting those positions back in the race.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and we got Jackie and Schmazik both DNFing so far. I'm
That
not sure
was
what
early.
happened with them, but their day is already done as it is.
Yeah, and of course that's not the best start to the race. I think I'm gonna be honest, maybe a little bit early. Like it could still happen something, especially like a track like here in Miami. So and we have a spin in the background. That's the other Mercedes. That's Vapor's teammate.
Andy.
Yeah, and he spun round there in sector 1.
Our biggest climber so far in the field is Simos in the V-Carb, starting P16 in this race, and now you can see him in the top 10.
Yeah, and surprisingly, at the moment, Vapor is keeping up with Lewis, I would say. I
Yeah,
mean,
you know, he's got that time penalty, but he's not straying far from him.
Yeah, and I'm curious about or how this comes. I mean, does Lewis tires already overheat maybe, like he is on the mediums? And we
This
have
is
Team
true,
Hazen actually the fastest, and he is very close to the back of Vapor now. He might prepare a move into this lap.
Yeah, heading into this area, you can overtake anywhere on these turns as there's enough space to do so. You got Davey entering the pits now, possibly for some front wing damage maybe, but who knows. Haven's still patient now, and Andy, 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, and he retired
And
as
he's
well.
race over for him. So now our confirmed starters in the actual race, Smazik starting P20, Jackie starting P19, and Andy P18. Not great for those guys here.
Yep.
Haven still patiently waiting behind Vapor now as he's approaching this stretch. He will have DRS.
Yeah, Haven there with a little oversteer out of the turn. I don't know what it's called.
As you can
what's
see,
the
he
turn.
deploys that. He's going to try it, possibly heading now. Nope, he stays tucked behind the Mercedes. And is he going to wait for this front stretch as he's right behind him?
Yeah, and Vapor struggling on that.
Oh, and he almost loses the car.
Yeah. He kept it on the track, however. And here comes maybe the
Does he
move. No.
overtake? Still patient. But we can see we don't just call out Haven yet, as we have Mad Max right behind him waiting patiently.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. I think all those guys, they know. So first of all, Haven obviously knows that Vapor got the penalty, so he will be ahead of him anyway. So you don't really need to risk a move. And it's only the sprint. So still the main race after this one, so you don't want to ruin your main race by doing a stupid move in the sprint.
Lewis now 1.6 seconds ahead of Vapor.
Yeah, but not that. I mean, Lewis is not. Either way, Lewis can't go much faster, or he's just not pushing as hard.
Maybe not. Maybe he's trying to save those tires in case he needs them in the actual race.
Yeah. But I think maybe this time Haven is close enough. He got a little bit more ERS than Vapor does.
Haven. He's going to try. He's going to have DRS right now. We saw last time he tried to make the move on the Mercedes. Does he do it this time? He's closing in. He goes around the corner, and he completes the overtake just barely. Still battling out, and yes, he fully completes it, and he improves to P2.
Yeah, but maybe Vapor can challenge him back. He's very close to the back. He has to go the long way around. Haven defending the inside line, and no real chance for Vapor as they make contact with Trixie a little bit. Might have been some wing damage for Trixie as we have yellow flags in the background, and that's Red Dragon out.
Red Dragon.
Crash at turn 1, I would say.
Unfortunately, now as it is, both Saubers starting below in the field, P19 and P17.
Yeah, unlucky start to for the weekend for them, as we have another yellow flag. That is an Aston Martin, and who's causing the yellow flags. That is Speed Demon. No wing damage, at least from the outside. As here comes Vapor back on Haven. Side by side to go through the stadium section here. Oh, make some contact, and Vapor gets the position back.
Here we go. We got P2 through P4. This close group of guys here. Less than a second of separation through that sector. But now Vapor's starting to pull away a little bit. They're going to have DRS closing in now.
Yeah.
So can we see... No. Oh, but you got Tricks. No. Both are all still patient.
Everyone just showing themselves. It's a good race from the Alpines, actually, by the way. P6 and P7.
P6 and P7.
Like
6 and 7.
That will be a good result in the race for them. As here comes Haven down the inside of the turn 1. Side by side they go, and I think Vapor's still ahead. Yes, he is.
Man, Haven's speed is just so... And oh, Adam Pervu, 3-second time penalty now. Track limits.
Yep.
And what do we got going on here? Possibly something with the Haas. Yup. Completely the front wing of that Haas of Vec is just gone.
Oh. And here comes Trixie now, maybe.
And oh, he just... I thought he just completely flung it into the wall, but he didn't.
Alright.
It was back to the battle for P2.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't really want to be in place of Team Haven at the moment. Like, he is really under pressure from Trixie. At the same time, he's seeing Vapor ahead, which he obviously wants to get. And yeah, at the same time getting the pressure from Trixie behind, who looks to be a little bit faster. Maybe, but maybe it's only because Team Haven also can't go full speed because of Vapor ahead.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. In Team Haven, if I was in his head, in his situation right now, just play defensively against Trixie. This guy is essentially your biggest problem at the moment, because Vapor's going to drop down from that penalty. So right now, Haven's sitting in P2 and Trixie in P3. So if you're Haven, you want to try and maintain that front pole position.
Oh, we have a hard fight here between Barrica? Barrica? Cesaria? Cesare? Oh my god, I don't know. And
let's just call him Cesare.
Cesare and Vestrici and Liverpool, all three going at it. Really hard fight here.
Liverpool now dropping 3 positions since the start of this race, but West and Cesare both picking up 5. And on here, Liverpool trying to get the overtake on West. Can he do it now? He's got, both have DRS. They're going to go into the corner. And yes, Liverpool retakes P9 ahead of West.
Good move from him there. As we focus back on the top, here comes Trixie on Haven. And Haven lets him through. No need for hard fighting, just costing himself time. And
yeah, but you know, Haven, Haven still has 3 laps in this race closing in. He still has time to regain that position. Honestly, your whole concern now...
around the outside of turn 1. I don't think it's gonna work.
No, it does not. He just gets short, but he's still sticking to the back of that Red Bull. MSLR 3-second time penalty. So that's gonna move that Alpine.
Interesting.
Actually, that
Fastest lap at the moment belongs to Team Haven, 1 minute 28.2. As he is not going for the move. However, Team Haven also doesn't have any of the fastest sectors at the moment. They belong Sector 1 and Sector 2 to Lewis and Sector 3 to Red Dragon, who must have set an unbelievable third sector because he retired a couple of laps ago.
Yes, he must have crashed trying to set that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Vapor a pretty steady lead ahead of Trixie here. But then we have Lewis still in P1,
And
2.5 seconds ahead of Vapor.
And actually, Jensen is catching up. Like, he must be in the DRS range now, he is. And Laza as well, for that instance. So they
Yes,
both,
he's
Trixie
right at
and
the end of that
Haven-
Haas.
Yeah, Trixie and Haven, they must have really burnt their rubber.
Oh,
here.
and Liverpool retires from the
Oh.
session.
Is that a crash or is he in the pit lane?
He might be in the pit lane.
Yeah, but the dot is not moving at all. Yeah, I mean, might. Ah,
I
weird.
spectated the Astons and I can't see him on the track, so he
Yeah.
must have retired in the pit lane.
Yeah,
Such a disappointing end for
And-
Liverpool in this sprint today.
indeed. And actually, Haven is out of the S range of Trixie as Davey gets a 10-second for speeding in the pit lane. And that might open the door for Jensen now to get the position here. I mean, I feel very sorry for Haven now. He did such a good job at the start of this race, and now he's just dropping down the order here.
Yeah, you know, Jensen, obviously, he came out of nowhere with that speed, and it's proving here today, as of right now, in this sprint race, which will be exciting to see what he can do in this actual race coming up. And he's going to try and overtake him, hopefully, and he has DRS, so now Haven trying to stay behind his slipstream as Jensen picks up P4 now.
Yeah, but to be fair, I just saw that Jensen is on the hard tires, of course, so it was just a question of time when the hard tires will be faster than the mediums.
Well, we have 1 lap to go in this sprint race. Lewis now still keeping quite the commanding lead ahead of Vapor and the rest of the field. 2 seconds now ahead of Vapor.
Yeah, so Lewis is doing a really good job here. Of course, you can see that Vapor is getting closer now, and I think not too
Closing
slow,
in
actually.
under 2 seconds.
Yeah, but I think Lewis will bring it over the distance here now and bring it over the line. But it was close in the end, I would say. Well, depending on how much closer Vapor gets, of course. But anyway, well-deserved sprint race victory here for Lewis. And Vapor as well.
At this rate, Vapor, he's going to drop all the way down to P7 to start this race now because of that 10-second time penalty.
Yeah, I mean he did a good job in how do you say, like
Holding this position.
yeah, but also to not fall down even more, like to
Yeah.
still make it to P7 in the end. I think that's a good job from Vapor. He had some good pace here as well, and he didn't make any mistakes under the pressure from Trixie or Haven.
Well, we have Lewis Bloor in the McLaren here today for the sprint race in Miami, and he's going to win and keep that pole position to start this actual race.
Yeah, Vapor then coming home in second place on track, but like you said, he would drop down some positions and even P6 in the end only. Vapor splitting
Yes.
with both 2 Alpine drivers who come home in P5 and 7 now. Haven then in P4 behind Jensen now, yeah.
Jensen now starting in those top 3 positions, which we could see him switch to the medium compounds Since he used the hard for the sprint race, he now has an extra set of mediums, which could be used to help him in his own benefit.
Yeah, same goes for Trixie as well, so it's gonna be reversed roles maybe for Trixie and Lewis in the main race. And
Yes.
yeah, then the rest of the grid, 8 is Vestrici in Williams, then Cesare P9, Speed Demon P10, and yeah.
Pretty good for him starting P15 in this sprint race and moving him into the top 10.
Yeah,
So,
true. Okay, wait. Does it work again here for classification? Let's see. Oh my god.
does it?
It actually works, yeah, and this time properly.
Wow.
I mean, that's looking decent, I must say. The gaps also seem to be right.
15-minute flat.
Yeah. Quite unlucky that it wasn't closer.
Exactly.
Is it?
Well, you can see there your top 10 now. Lewis in P1, Mad Max in P2, Jensen P3, Haven P4, Laza P5, Vapor P6, MS P7, Scissory P9, West P8, and Speed Demon P10.
We
So
got
pretty good.
Another quali? Is it true? Just saw.
Is this what?
I don't know now. I'm confused. Yes, we have another qualifying. All
Wow.
right. Yeah.
Well, there you guys see it. Haven in P1. What?
What? No, qualifying. Oh, what? Am I wrong?
Wait. Do we actually have race qualifying now?
Yeah, it is another qualifying session.
Okay, so I guess that sprint was useless.
I mean, I would say useless. Still got points though, I would guess.
Wait, they got points awarded to them?
I think so.
Okay, so since it was a sprint then, how many points are awarded for it? Davey, stop getting a quali ban. This is the second qualifying session, the second ban you've gotten today.
I mean, I could.
I think then.
Okay, now I don't think I can get the race results. Then maybe you can do the race results maybe from last week.
Well, everyone's still out in the pits, but you got Seema's in the RB, who's out on his outlap.
It's from round 1. Jesus.
Oh my gosh, that's unfortunate. So Davey, you're just sitting in P20 right now, essentially, yeah?
Wait, where's the? Oh god. Okay, that's not working. Nice. That is.
I'm taking a shower now. Okay, Davey, you take your shower.
You got 15 minutes left, mate.
It's gonna take one fast shower, I guess.
Well, actually, I actually can even show the track or circuit informations here. Like we can see, we have 19 corners, 66% throttle, top speed 334 kilometers an hour or 208 miles an hour. Low downforce and tire wear is medium. Good to know. Oh my god. I only take 5 minutes. Okay.
Wait, how do you have enough time to wash yourself? 5 minutes?
Well, to be fair, I do sometimes, you know, those shows where you just like get the sweat off your body. Like
Oh,
it's
that's
been,
fair. That's fair.
yeah, maybe it's something like this.
He's just washing his body, not even hair or anything.
Yeah. All right then. Here we can see. Wait, who's the Sauber currently? To check. Wait.
One.
The one in P1 basically right now.
Oh,
Because yeah, it's not sure. Oh, Jackie. Okay,
that would be
Jackie.
Jackie. Yes.
That's easier. Jackie. As he comes now to the end of Sector 2, of course the sprint wasn't the best for the Saubers. Let's see if we can put a good time here on the asphalt. And yeah, maybe some with which one he might end up in the
Well, we
top
have
10.
Jackie. He's just hit 120 now. So how fast can he come around here? It's gonna be a 126.275.
Yeah, I mean it's a
Fastest time.
good lap time for now.
Oh yeah,
For
sector
like a
2
good,
and
good lap banker
2,
time.
caution. Because it's MSLR, he's DSQ'd from qualifying. So unfortunately that Alpine that we saw in P7 to start the race or to end the race in sprint qualifying, we're gonna see him start at the bottom of the field now.
Yeah. I think it's Lewis on an outlap right now. Like, I think so. Yeah, it seems like he's on an outlap.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's not really pushing that hard. Yeah, he's definitely on an outlap, so we can check him out in his next lap, as we have the two Ferraris up ahead on the road, who I think work together for a little slipstream there for one of them. Either Jensen or Smojic, as Vistrici goes fastest now, 26.0. And the Ferrari of Smojic goes P2 as well, 26.1.
West in the Williams. Wesley Williams.
There we go then, yellow flags in sector 1. Don't know for who that is. As we see Lewis then here through the S sections in a moment.
And Scissory also DSQ'd from this session. So unfortunately, in this session, we have both V-carbs starting at the bottom of the field now.
Yeah. Lewis goes purple in sector 1, 1.5 tenths quicker than Vistrici at the moment, even though he looked a little bit, oversteery out of the last corner there, as he comes now into the stadium section. Very tricky to nail it, as Team Haven goes quickest at the moment, just barely ahead of Vistrici. And Lewis comes now towards this long back straight here. Full on push, and that is looking like it's gonna be a monster lap from Lewis. 6 tenths quicker than Team Haven at the moment already. And it's only a couple of corners left.
Lewis now approaching turn 16. He's at a 117 right now. In order to claim pole, he's going to have to really kick it, and he's going to have a huge lap on Haven, and it's a 124.
Yeah, over 1 second quicker than Team Haven. I would say moving up a division, but there is no division above this one, so I think
this is as fast as it gets.
Yeah, that is a very good lap time from Lewis, and it's gonna be interesting to see if anyone can beat it today.
Oh, no wonder why Lewis won that sprint race. Goodness.
Yeah, true.
Honestly, sitting now here after we've watched that sprint race, Soren, who do you think are your top 3 favorites here today at Miami?
I mean, I would say overall, I would definitely say, of course, Lewis. Team Haven also is looking very solid today.
Oh, and Lewis almost loses the back of the car, drifting around that corner. This is Miami, Lewis, not Tokyo. I'm not sure what your game is here.
Yeah, so I would definitely say Lewis and Team Haven. And yeah, behind that, it is quite close. I would say put Trixie up there as well, but
Mm.
you never know what Jensen might can do. He was also looking very good in the sprint, and
Yes,
his teammate
I
Smozek
would.
maybe as well. I know he is fast. So, and of course it's a big point now. The strategies, like what tires will Lewis start on, what tires will be Team Haven and Trixie maybe start on. Like if Trixie also can put it up there on the second row maybe, or the front row even, and go on an alternative strategy to Lewis, I think that it could play out eventually. What you said, that saving the medium tires from the sprint, like basically throw the sprint overboard and save all your tires for the main race, it could work out in
Yes.
the end.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a gamble worth paying, and we'll see if it plays off here today. And you know, somebody I'd like to add to the list that you left out was Vapor.
Oh,
You
it's
know, he had that 10-second time penalty, but he was right up there with Lewis closing in on him towards the end.
yeah. Also closing in on the end is Jens now, who comes around the final couple of corners now, and he is setting his first real time then of the session, and he goes P2.
Jensen, my oh my.
Good lap time.
Unfortunately, he's still an entire 8/10 of a second off from Lewis, but
Yeah.
that's still quite the lap. Eh,
Yeah, but to be fair, Lewis is very fast now, but you've seen in the sprint race that he wasn't that quick. Like, Vapor could keep up with him, and towards the end it was only about 2 seconds the gap between them. So it's not like he can keep this speed throughout the whole race later on. I think it's going to be much more harder this time for Lewis.
Yes. Davey wanted to update us. He even has enough time to dry his hair after his shower. So thanks for letting us know, Davey. I'm so glad to know that you can dry your hair.
Plot, plot twist, he's bold.
Yes. We're going to watch Davey take his shower and set provisional pull and drop a 1-2-3.
Yeah. We have yellow flags on the background, back straight. That's because of
That's
Liverpool,
going to
who's
sector
going to be
2.
slow.
Is he letting somebody by, or he just...
Yeah, Red Dragon coming into the pits. Anyone
Another...
starting on a lap? I think Vapor is on a lap right now. Yes, he is. Currently, maybe even purple in sector 2. Let's see what the graph says. No. It's just a bug.
Vapor now 110 approaching turn 16 now. We saw this similar time compared to Lewis when he set that time. So he's now at 119. He's going to have to seriously kick the car into gear now to even get close to Lewis. And does he get... He goes to P2.
And that is by far the closest one so far to Lewis. 4/10 roundabout around the gap between Lewis and Vapor. So Lewis' time might not be unbeatable today. I think people like Jensen, Vapor, they could have a go at it, but obviously Lewis also has another go.
Vapor obviously only 4/10 of a second off from Lewis, and Jensen just 4/10 of a second off from Vapor. So within this top 3, there's a total separation of up to 8/10 of a second.
Yeah, true. Another one who is on a run at the moment is Adam Piervu. Currently...
Yes, in the Aston Martin.
Yeah,
so right now
into the stadium right now. So yeah, you go on. Sorry.
Nah, I'm just here with it. Approaching the rough ones, and he takes it pretty well. I don't...
Oh.
This isn't going to be anything special from Adam, as he's just only at a 110 now.
Yeah, he's...
And he still has over...
He's 5 seconds slower than Lewis already. I think he's abandoning this lap. Maybe coming into the pits or starting a new one directly, but yeah, this is not going to be a good lap for him. But speaking of Lewis, he is out on track.
On his out lap now, possibly to change tires, as he's now on the softer compounds.
as we
Lewis
are
Chin.
under 5 minutes now. So I think Lewis, he might be able, if he's starting his lap time now, like if he is full on like if he fully goes through, I think he hasn't enough time for a new lap. But if he's starting his lap, maybe making some mistakes, he can still come into the pits and start another one, I would say.
Didn't even notice this, but Trixie set a faster time than Jensen
Oh yeah.
by just under a tenth of a second.
Yeah, right. Trixie now up into P3, and that is already looking like it's gonna. That is a good starting grid, I would say. Like we saw them already together in the sprint, obviously, and now we see them.
I think
again.
this was as actually the sprint lineup so far. You had Lewis P1, Vapor P2, Trixie P3, Jensen P4, and Haven P5.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Oh, I got a scope ping. Nice.
Pretty close, I will say.
Damn it. Sorry, guys.
Nah, it's all good.
No, I had to. Lewis actually invalidated. Oh, and he spins out. Oh my god, he is frustrated. I can feel it.
Yeah, I don't think he's seen any damage, but we've seen Lewis this entire qualifying time just messing around, drifting the car around,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
he just smashes into the wall.
And for that,
Lewis
we can
is
use
done.
this car information screen. And I can actually see the damage on the car, and he's got none. So that's good.
It is good.
So let's see, last 3 minutes of qualifying. I think many people come.
He just sends it.
Jesus.
You look at the thing and you only see him just like fly off the track.
Oh, damn it.
Lewis
and
now,
he
he's out
retired.
of
Okay, I think he would have had time to go one more time.
And
but-
Vapor now
Yeah. Just
on a new set of softs. Just as Lewis retires, he's gonna go and try to get that pull.
I mean, what would be your guesses now for the last couple of minutes of qualifying now? Who do you really think could realistically beat Lewis now?
My hopes are still with Vapor. You know, he's the closest one so far, and not by a large margin. He went in and he's 3/10 ahead of Trixie. So if there's anybody here, I think that Vapor's going to have the best shot to overtake Lewis for provisional.
Yeah, we're gonna find out if you're right about that. I would totally agree with you. I think it's gonna be hard for, I think Vapor or Trixie maybe, but for all the other guys, Jensen, Haven, I think maybe Jensen as well, but I think Haven is gonna have a hard time beating that time. So maybe one of them can do it.
For most of that sprint race, we saw Haven with the fastest lap time, so I wouldn't hold him out at this just yet.
True, but at the same time, Haven didn't had any of the fastest sectors, so could be a point towards the other guys.
Which makes you wonder, how in the world did he set the fastest time?
The best average time, I would say, was it in the end?
Yeah.
And here we go then, Vapor going into turn 1. I would say the first tricky part of the track has passed. Like the first couple of corners, very tricky. I always lose the car there. As he comes now towards the end of sector 1, and this corner also crucial, turn 8, as to gather all the speed down towards the stadium sections, and he is already 1/10 of Lewis time. So still in range, but it's gonna be hard.
He's gonna have to set purple sectors in these last two possibly to even have a shot.
Yeah, at least one of them has to be purple. And it comes through the stadium sections. Further up the road we have Haven on the back straight as already as Vapor!
He cuts the corner.
Yeah, front wing damage. That is qualifying over for Vapor. And
And
Red Dragon in
Red
the meantime on
Dragon,
P2. Wow.
he came out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah, here comes Haven then. Currently P7. Up to the line. Where can he go? He stays P7. Not a good lap time for him, sadly. Jensen further behind on the road, maybe. Maybe he can beat the time. Lazar goes up to P5 now. But it's not looking good for Jensen. It's probably not gonna be pole. But where can he go? Zach goes up to P13 and Jensen goes up to... or stays at P6. No improvement for him either. Mercury goes up to P16. Smozek to P9. And Speed Demon goes P9 now. Drops Smozek down to P10 again as Trixie comes around the final corners. Now he clips the wall a little bit. Can Trixie beat Lewis? No, he can't. It's still P4.
And that is gonna wrap up qualifying.
Yeah, Lewis has done it again. Starting on pole once more here. No real threat from anyone.
Our starting grid now, Lewis in P1, Dragon P2, Vapor P3, Trixie P4, Laza P5, Jensen P6, Liverpool P7, Haven P8, and Speed Demon P9 and Smozek P10, rounding out our top 10 for this race.
Yeah, I don't know how Dragon has done it, but congratulations for him, for sure. It's a good result for Sauber. But I didn't really expect him there, and I'm quite sad that we don't have the real fight on the start off between Lewis and Vapor and Trixie as well, but yeah, fair play to him, I would say.
Yeah. Davey, yes, you're not last this time. Let's go.
Yeah, as it's not looking like it's gonna rain. No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
think so.
seeing rain so far. Light clouds for the next 10 minutes and clear skies for the 15. But, you know, it's Miami, it's Florida. Anything can happen. Weather's bipolar as hell.
Oh, it just loaded new. Like that was the quality weather. Race now is completely clear for the next 15 minutes.
15 minutes, yeah.
Alright then, I'm very interested to see the tires. I think that's gonna be a very interesting point now in the main race.
We had Harris make a comment in the chat.
Yeah.
Loving the new graphics. Is this for Division 2 later this week also?
Yes, at least all the races that I'm gonna stream, they will have this new graphics as well. And since I'm probably gonna do tier 2, Division 2 every week, it's gonna be the main for Division 2 for now, I would say. And yeah, not to stream the races when I'm not available. But if Sean can stream the races, they will have the same graphics as well.
So to answer your question, Harris, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So back onto the
Race
action
formation
now.
lap
We have nearly everyone on the medium tires except Laza in P5, who will be starting on the hard tires. Very interesting, and I've also got some graphs for that as well. We have the average tire expectancy. So mediums should be where around 12 to 14 laps. Mediums, hards a little bit longer, 15 to 17 laps. And yeah, softs 11 to 13 laps. But that at the same time means the pit window for the medium runners will be open around lap 9 to 13. And for Laza on hards between lap 8 to 13. Wait, what? I'm confused. Why is it?
How is it less than the mediums?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. And it's for some of the medium runners is even less than for others. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, here we go then, back into the grid now. So at least the first stint is gonna be pure pace, basically. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see as the drivers now line up in the grid once more for the real race start of this race. As we just wait for Andy to lock up in position. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. It's a good start from Lewis, who gets away very well again. Red Dragon also comes out of the start very well. Behind that we have Vapor and Trixie going at it. And we have a spin in the background, and that is a McLaren round. That's Liverpool causing some havoc there in the background. I saw some debris flying. Not sure if any one of them got damaged, but most of the drivers went through cleanly.
And Laza also dropping all the way down to P17. As we saw, he started P5 on the grid, now in P17.
Yeah, I wonder if that was maybe because of the hard tires, because it's harder to get them up to temperature. And yeah, as we have
possible
Red Dragon
race
putting
strategies.
up the pressure on Lewis, and Red Dragon is not sending it down the inside. I thought so for a moment. But Red Dragon looking very fast here right now.
Man, that is a rough start for Laza and Liverpool, dropping 12 to 11 positions. And oh, Laza gets up into the back of Davey in the Red Bull, and Laza now has front wing damage on that Alpine.
Oh, that's such an unlucky start for Red Dragon. He was doing so well in qualifying, and I had high hopes for the race for him as well. As here comes Haven down the inside on Jensen. Side by side they go through the final corner. And Haven gets the position at the moment at least. Maybe Jensen can do the switch back into turn 1. Wanna find out.
It's already starting the fastest lap.
Yeah. No chance for Jensen. Haven then up to P5. On the hunt now for Mad Max Trixie.
Trixie trying to get past Vapor now. We've seen these two battling during the sprint race. And now it's time to see what these two actually can do with this longer pace.
Yeah, of course, 29 laps, so the race is gonna be a whole different now. Lots of strategy play now. As we might see the overtake from Trixie on Vapor here already.
He's gonna try. He's got DRS, and no, and oh, Red Dragon takes the lead from Lewis.
Yeah, that's right. Red Dragon up into the lead now on lap 2 of this race. Don't know where he's coming from, but he got some serious pace right now. Let's see if he can stay in the lead. Although it will be
Nico
a very hard
Hulkenberg
job.
and the Sauber.
Yeah, really. As he got no ERS already now on the straight. And here comes Lewis.
Oh, and he's gonna try to retake on the outside. Does Lewis do it? No, he does not do it. They're so close to one another, but Red Dragon just sticking the nose out in front, and he maintains the lead. Trixie now setting the new fastest lap time of a 1:30, and this gets taken by Liverpool with a 1:29.7.
Yeah.
As I said before, Laza taking damage early in this race. He's now entering the pits and making the switch to medium compound tires and repairing that front wing. No, he did not repair the front wing, and Laza now retires from the session.
Yeah, always unlucky when something like this happens. I can understand the frustration behind this action.
Such a frustrating start for Laza, starting P5 and now finishing dead last. Quite the unfortunate way to start and end this race. As Lewis now retakes the lead off of Red Dragon, and MSLR, he retires from the session. I wonder what happened there.
Yeah,
So both Alpines now
and I
out
think
of this session.
Yeah, this is a retirement on track, I believe. I don't know if it's punishable, but yeah, if you retire, please do it in the pit lane because yeah,
And Davey
don't want to see.
almost absolutely rams into MSLR, who did retire on the track, but Davey's race almost ruined.
Yeah, out in front, however, it's still Lewis leading ahead of Red Dragon, but they're all still close together. Like, no one's really gonna go ahead and just dive away. But at the
Jensen
same
now
time,
falling
not
back to
many people falling off behind, as we have Spitchy and Jensen here going side by side through the S's. And Jensen stays ahead for the moment, at least.
Yes, you know, West, he's completely surrounded by these two Ferraris, Smazik in P8 and Jensen in P6.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job at the moment, to be fair. Like,
Yes.
staying up there in the top 10 at least. With some
I mean, West doing a good job so far too, as well, starting P11 in this race, and he's all the way up into P7 already.
Yeah, true. And I mean, it's still, we are in lap 4, and still everyone from P1 down to P11 is in DRS range of each other. So that's very good. And
Yes.
I believe that Liverpool P12 not or less than 2 seconds behind, and Zach right behind him as well. So very close together, the field at the moment. As we might see an overtake
And at
between
Red
Haven
Dragon,
and
he's
Trixie.
gonna have DRS, but he does not do anything on Lewis yet. Back of that wing, now charging in, and he's got nothing. Lewis just too fast to be able to overtake him there.
Yeah. Lewis is using the ERS more wisely to fend off any attack that might happen or might be attempted on him.
Vapor now sitting comfortably in P3, hasn't changed at all since the start of this race. Actually, 1 through 4 haven't changed at all since the start of this race. We saw Red Dragon temporarily lead, but as of right now, they've been sitting comfortably where they've started.
Yeah, true. And just for a split second, basically, Vapor dropped down behind 1 second of Red Dragon. So I think as soon as this happens, like, the top 2 are gonna be gone probably. Because as soon as Vapor doesn't get the DRS for any of the zones, I think it's gonna be very hard to keep up with them. And at the moment it seems like Vapor is the one who struggles the most in the leaders group here. So yeah, I mean, it is so much worth it of putting the telemetry on for this kind of graphics. Like, it's so amazing to see all this stuff.
Yeah.
It adds so much more into this, into the stream. Alright. Oops, there we go. Yeah, we can even check the warnings here, so I think that is so good as well. Like, we can see that Matt makes Trixie with 1 warning, the Stitchy with 1 warning, and the Kick Sauber and P9 with 1 warning. Except them, everybody else got no warnings in the top 10. Like,
That's a lot to the stream, to be honest. Yes, it adds the ability drivers to have useful engineers. It's amazing. Love you guys decided to do this. Even my engineer, it's a level playing field. It adds to the stream and it raises possibilities for drivers as well. That's nice, junkies. I'm glad you feel positively about the new graphics that we've added to the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, true. That's a point that I didn't really thought about, like our drivers. As we have a pit stop, that's Smoshek coming into the pits.
Yeah, a little early now, only P7 or only lap 7. Smogic now making the transition onto what appears to be the medium compound tires. No hards. He's on the hard compound tires.
Yeah.
So possibly might be trying to just last the remaining 22 laps of this race.
Yeah, true. True. Alright, very interesting.
Well, if we're looking at the weather now, Soren, we got light clouds for the next 10 minutes, but then we have a thing of overcast appearing in 15.
Yeah, true. I didn't look at. I haven't seen that yet. Definitely have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, that's
Could we possibly
obviously.
see some weather?
Yeah, that's obviously one good thing about this overlay. Now we can see the weather, and just like that, we can see that in 50 minutes it's gonna be very cloudy.
Looking back after Lewis, we can see those heavy clouds in the sky at the behind him there.
And the
West now a
10
10-second time penalty.
Oh,
Oh man. He was having such a good race too. Hopefully he'll be able to serve that come the next pit stop he makes.
yeah.
But West now transitioning onto the hard tires, and Adam a 10-second pit stop too. 10-second time penalty. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
As we've seen Adam and Wes, both of them have been affected by 10-second time penalties, and Vec, only one who hasn't been affected by the speeding, but has invaded track limits, so he has 3 seconds.
Yeah. Also, one very good thing here about the timing table, now we can see the last laps, and it's so close between the top. Like, they are so close on doing the same lap times. I mean, we can see it on the track map, obviously. They're all so close together. But even in the timings, like the top 7 ordered the 31, and around 0.5. So, like, the top 2 did a 31.5. Vapor and Trixie then did a 31.6, and Heaven 31.3. So like they are so close pace-wise. It's incredible.
Yes. As we're looking now here, Adam overtakes Vec to reclaim P15. Just Aston farther pacing. West now dropping down to P11 after the battle with Smozic. We saw Smozic enter the pits just about 2 laps ago, and he's on the faster hards as he's got some, and he ends up taking the fastest time of this race so far, a 1:29.114.
That is around 2 seconds quicker than the leaders at the moment, and I think that is the sign now for for all of them to pit anytime soon, because otherwise Smoshek would maybe do a really big undercut here basically, and end up ahead of them maybe. At least of
that's completely went unnoticed, but Trixie, he entered the pits and he's now filed on behind Schmazik, and he's going to try and overtake here.
Yeah, and he is flying past him here on the straight. And into the stadium section, he's already up in the lead. But if you consider where Trixie was before his pit stop, and as Trixie hits the wall there a little bit, and yeah, Trixie is now behind Smoshek, even though it was just for a short bit. That means that they might be under pressure here. As Red Dragon, he massively dropped off the back of Lewis. Lewis now 1.8 seconds in the lead, and Vapor right behind Dragon here moves to the outside, and he goes through. Vapor now up into P2.
Yeah, I told you earlier during qualifying, Vapor, He had been affected by that 10-second time penalty during the sprint, but that doesn't mean his pace was affected at all, as he's one to look out for to challenge Lewis in this win today.
Yeah, and you can see as soon as Vapor passed Red Dragon there, he is getting closer to Lewis immediately. 1.3 seconds only the gap. It was 1.8 on the main straight, on the start finish straight. So, yeah, very close.
Dragon now still within time. He's only 0.8 off of Vapor, possibly going to try and regain that position within a lap or two. As of right now, he's at no point to challenge him.
Yeah, but Vapor is getting closer and closer to Lewis. Either he is using more ERS or he just got a better pace than Lewis, but either way, Vapor is getting closer. Maybe not here on the straight, but overall. As his teammate Andy comes into the pits now. Again? No, not again, right? Maybe.
I don't believe so. I think this might be his first time, as he's switching over to the medium compound tires on lap 10, which is an interesting decision since he was on the hards. No, he was on the medium, so this should be around what we expect. 10 laps into these mediums. Tire wear obviously a factor, especially since he is fighting SEMA, and he's going to try and overtake SEMA in the V-carb now, and he just gets ahead.
Yeah, and look who's right behind him, it's Lewis, and I wonder if Andy's doing some things to help his teammate Vapor to getting closer to Lewis, maybe. Like
possibly to slow down Lewis, maybe.
Yeah, even though
Could be an interesting strategy. As the blue flags are out, they need to let Lewis pass.
Yeah. Which they kinda do now. Lewis is just faster and goes through them.
Yes. Obviously, we thought he was going to slow him down. He just ghosted right through him.
That is an interesting camera here. Oh my god, that looked good.
Cockpit view? My. But we see Vapor still trailing behind Lewis. He's not in the DRS range yet, still 1.4 behind.
Oh, Vapor coming in.
Vapor's going to enter the pits now, and he slams on the brakes to avoid that penalty and successfully manages to do so.
Yeah, let's
As we
see
see
then.
Red Dragon and Haven now entering the top 3 in the podium.
Yeah, 2.2 seconds stop time. Good stop from the Mercedes crew here as Vapor now leaves the pit lane again. Let's see where he comes out at. And you can see it, he's come out far behind Trixie and behind Smoshik as well. So
is Jackie going to get ahead Vapor? And he is not.
no.
So Vapor just manages to sneak right ahead of Jackie and drops from P2 to P8. Fast pit stop, but just everyone was right there to catch him.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the undercut from Trixie as well worked beautiful. Like he's on the hunt now for Cesare.
Schmazik.
Yeah, we got a lot of
Trixie.
Polish names or something.
And Trixie, he's going to overtake Scissory here.
Yeah, and he is now up into P4. The question now is, can Trixie get those tires to the end? Because he pitted very early.
Yeah, Trixie now on 3-lap old hards. But however, what we should be paying attention here, Lewis, Dragon, Haven, and Scissory all on 11-lap old mediums. So they're all bound to pit at some point because that tire wear on those cars have got to be almost torn.
Yeah.
And Lewis is staying out for yet another lap.
Yeah, to be fair, Lewis didn't have to fight that much. Like he had to fight with Dragon in the first couple of
Dragon
laps.
entering
Just
the pits.
comes into the pits now.
Haven entering the pits.
Oh, and Haven gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane.
That's devastating. Trixie now improving to P2 now.
Yeah, and he might even be P1 after Lewis pit, so that reignites the question. Let's stop from Sauber as well, 2.2 seconds. If Trixie can get his tires to the end, that is the big question. I think he can. I think they will be cooked towards the end.
the question though. Safety cars are a factor. We saw that at Jeddah, don't you remember, Soren? With 2 to go, we had a safety car
True.
in which we questioned
And we have
in
a DNF, and
Division
that's
3.
the virtual safety car
Oh,
now. Just as you speak
it's
about
Adam. And we
Adam.
see Vec's in the wall. The Haas.
Yeah, Veculi and Adam. Yeah, Adam is out. Veculi probably with damage to his car.
Safety
No?
car in this race yet.
Okay, interesting.
But as we see, Lewis almost 12 seconds
He must
ahead
come
of
in now,
Trixie.
that's for sure. Even if it's only for the first couple of meters in the pit lane, he would save so much time if he would come in now. So, and oh, we get drive-through penalty for Team Haven. His race is just falling apart.
Haven. We saw him in P3 at one point in this race, and Lewis is going to now enter the pits. Make sure, yes, he just avoids the speeding penalty. Those have been the killer today here for most teams. But unfortunately, Haven's race has just been destroyed after speeding in the pit lane, and then he now has a drive-through for speeding during a VSC.
Yeah,
and so Trixie now, like we said, is gonna claim P1 for the first time now, as Lewis dropped down to P5.
I think most crucially is that Lewis is now behind Vapor, so even Vapor got passed.
Yes,
not too
Vapor
short,
now
I
in
have to
P3.
say, and I think Vapor is like his biggest rival when it comes to like bring it to the end and have decent speed.
Vapor, he's gonna try to retake West.
Oh yeah, true.
And he does it.
Yeah, easily.
Vapor now up into P2.
Yeah. Like I said, don't get me wrong, Trixie is fast as well, but I think he's gonna have some serious troubles with the tires later on. Might even be a planned 2-stop for him here today. But
as we can see here, Trixie on the 3-lap older hard tires than Vapor. And yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot. 3 laps, so what? That is a ton of time on those tires. And so we could see towards the end of this race, Trixie starting to slow down because of that tire wear, where Vapor starts to catch him, as there's only a 2-second gap between them.
Yeah. We have yellow flags towards the end of sector 2. Don't know for who it was, but we go green again. So shouldn't be a serious problem there.
Haven and Liverpool now trying to figure out. And Vapor, we see, takes fastest lap time, 128.8 in this race. And Red Dragon now completely destroys that time by 0.6 of a second with a 128.2.
Yeah, and looking at the last laps of all the drivers, you can clearly see how much faster this is. Vapor 28.8, Trixie 30.4, so 1.6 seconds faster than Trixie. There you can see the difference between the tires already, as we can see Vapor there in the background catching up to Trixie in some big steps. And yeah, it's probably gonna be a bigger separation each lap now, as Trixie's tires probably gonna start to fall off soon. The Strici and Smodric also both in the 30s, so, and Lewis 38. Okay, that was a pit lane time, of course.
It's now reeling in Smozik to reclaim P4. And he's going to try and overtake here. I don't think there's anything that Smozik's going to be able to do. Do we have a caution in Sector 2? And yeah, Lewis just flies right past that Ferrari.
Yeah, indeed. And up in the lead, we have Vapor now in the DRS range of Trixie. It really seems to struggle now with the tires.
He's going to get DRS right now. And can we see Vapor start to close that gap come this corner? And yes, he is right up on that Red Bull.
Yeah, true. And I'm gonna guess we're gonna see the overtake happening on this lap already. Because on this pace, there's nothing Trixie can do. There's nothing Vapor wants to do. Like, he doesn't want to wait. Otherwise, he would just lose too much time. So, probably gonna see the overtake now, as Davey gets a 3-second time penalty for, yeah, corner cutting.
Jensen now a 10-second time penalty for speeding. And he is retired from the
And here
session.
comes Vapor now on the inside line. He gets Trixie well before the braking zone, but Trixie might want to challenge him back. No, he can't. And in the background, Lewis also gets an overtake done on Vestrici. And Lewis now up into P3.
This is terrifying for Vapor right now. We saw Lewis pit, and he overtook him with such ease as he was in the pits, as Lewis dropped down all the way to P5. But unfortunately now he's starting to reel right back into this race, sitting in P3, hunting down Trixie and Vapor.
And speaking of Trixie, he might want to send a lunge down the inside here. No, he doesn't. And he probably knows that Vapor is faster and he won't get him back, so smartest thing would be to play along and to just, yeah, get along here. As we have yellow flags somewhere, that's first sector where those two drivers just come around in a couple of seconds. That's an AlphaTauri or a Racing Bull round or something, or slow. There he is. Oh, it is very slow.
Yeah,
That's the Red Bull of Davey, who's out. Alright.
Yeah, Davey's been out for about a lap, but as we see, Speed Demon and Liverpool now in the pits as they both change onto the hard tires. And Liverpool just right behind Speed Demon as they're going to drop to P11 and P12 in this race.
Yeah.
You know, somebody quiet has appeared into the top region of this race. Jackie from the Kick Sauber. We didn't see him too high up into this race, and all of a sudden with all these pit stops, he's emerged out of nowhere. However, in terms of tires, he has the oldest tires on this field with 9-lap-old hards.
That's true, as we see the overtake maybe happening back here between Trixie and Vapor. No, Trixie doesn't want to send it here into the final corner. Probably knows that it's gonna cost too much time. But it already has cost too much time as Lewis is right behind him now. And he got DRS.
Lewis now 6/10 away from Trixie. So this is just, it's not a matter of if Lewis is going to catch Trixie, it's a matter of when, as that Papaya McLaren is just reeling in that Red Bull and just counting down the seconds to which he can get past him to try and compete with Vapor.
Yeah, but not, yeah, exactly, but not just the Red Bull, Vapor himself as well. Like, Vapor is right ahead. Even if Lewis will overtake Trixie, which will happen now, Vapor is also right there for him to overtake.
Lewis now trying to do everything he can. Oh, they make contact! And Trixie's now going to try and dive bomb.
Oh my god, that nearly 3 wide.
Almost 3 wide through the stadium. And Trixie's going to drop down to P3 and Lewis sneaks into P2. And he's going to have DRS on Vapor.
Yes, and there's nothing Vapor can do now, I think. Maybe not in this straight, but it's going to happen soon that Lewis will overtake him.
Vapor is using his battery very smartly. Oh my goodness, Lewis, he's going to have DRS on Vapor come this straightaway. Can we see a move there heading into this corner? He's going to have it right now. Hunting down that silver Mercedes. Can he do it around this corner? And he's right there.
Oh, Trixie hitting the wall there, I guess. I think, I've heard. We can quickly check on the car. And he got, and does he have a puncture on the front right? No, it was just extremely hot. Yeah, front right tire was extremely hot, so yeah, he hit the wall with that one. And here comes Lewis then. Up into the lead. This is for the lead.
And Lewis, he completes the overtake.
Yeah, Lewis back into the lead. And I think there's just nothing stopping him now. I think Vapor, he can challenge him maybe for 1 or 2 laps, but eventually he will start to fall off, I guess. Because Lewis is just from another planet today.
Vapor's gonna have DRS though. Can he to overtake? He's gonna try it now.
He has
As
to do
they're
it.
going wide on the track, and oh, they bunch up, and Vapor's gonna overtake Lewis.
Yeah, and Vapor is into the lead again. He knows that he needs to challenge Lewis now. Like, if he's letting him go now, that's it. As Trixie goes into the pits, I think. Yeah, Trixie into
But
the
he
pits.
has no battery. And Red Dragon, he moves up into P3.
Yeah, good stop from Red Bull there as well. Yeah, only for the moment now, because Trixie obviously, I think with the faster tires now, will get him back. Trixie onto a new
Scissory.
set of hard tires, actually, by the way.
Scissory now overtaking Trixie along with Smozik. We've seen this before, Smozik and Trixie.
Up on front, it's not looking good for Lewis now. Can't make the overtake. And here comes Trixie on Smozik. Can he make it stick?
He's gonna.
Yes, he can. Clearly ahead now. Trixie up into P5 again. It's crazy what a difference a new set of tires makes on this track.
Absolutely. And could we possibly see, with 9 laps to go in this race, and
Here comes
Lewis now overtaking, but can we see Vapor dodging into the corner? They're all up in each other.
And Lewis makes the move. You could clearly see the difference between the tires from Vapor and Lewis. Vapor was struggling much more on the tires.
Yes, Vapor with 2 lap older tires than Lewis. And could we possibly see Vapor enter the pits to try to get a fresh pair of soft tires, or even mediums at this point?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be different. Trixie, maybe, by the way, up into P4 now again. He passed Cesari on the back straight. Good work for him then, as he can hunt down Red Dragon now.
Red Dragon, he's got a total.
Yeah,
I have no idea. I
We
don't
could
even know
also
where I'm
say,
going.
check the penalty situation. As we can see, Vapor and Lewis, they both got no warnings, so good job from them. The 3 guys behind, Dragon, Trixie and Cesari, all got 1 warning. Smozik as well, no warnings. Haven got 2 warnings plus his 10-second time penalty. That's gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Then Vestrici and Sauber. I forgot him again.
Back with
Jackie.
another 3-second time penalty.
Yeah. On 2 warnings each. And Zach 1 warning.
Lewis still just stuck behind Vapor. Or I've reversed that. Vapor still stuck behind Lewis. There's nothing he can really do with these 10 lap old hards. Dragon now 6 seconds behind. And Trixie sitting at 10 seconds behind Dragon.
Yeah, could take a look at the last lap. We see Trixie 2.4 seconds, or no, not 2.4, but 2 seconds faster than the 2 guys ahead now. So roles have been reversed now. Now it's Trixie the one who can catch up to them again. However, it's gonna be interesting to see if the time will be enough for him. Like, it's only 7 laps to go now.
Lewis with DRS, still trying to hold on to. I keep saying Lewis. And West now with the 3-second time penalty. Lewis, I need to stop.
Here comes Vapor then, maybe. Does he retake the lead once more? He has to go the long way around in the final corner. but he can't make it. But maybe with the better exit now into turn 1. No, not close enough. He probably doesn't want to be, or doesn't want to overtake him maybe. Because he wants to save his tires, save his ERS for the last lap probably.
Trixie now 8 seconds from Dragon, as Dragon only 6 seconds behind Vapor. However, Dragon, he's also on the older hard tires while Trixie is on the newers. So we just see this time chipping away by seconds per lap.
Yeah, we got blue flags here being shown for Andy, Vapor's teammate once again.
Andy now, he's going to be 2 laps down after this group gets past him. Just an unfortunate race for him today.
Let's see what we do.
Vapor, he's got DRS now. He's trying to close that gap to Lewis. He's going to try and get... Nothing's going for Vapor here. Using some of that battery, he's going to have DRS again. Both of these two cars having no battery at all. Just running purely on skill. But Vapor, he should probably be concerned about the pace he's setting right now. This is the last couple times I've seen that car slip around with these older tires. It's just a risky game trying to catch up to Lewis and being able to overtake him.
Yeah, and I think now with no DRS now, I think it's gonna be very hard, and it's probably gonna be over for Vapor now.
Yeah, we saw Vapor last lap. He was only half a second to Lewis, and now he is a complete almost 2 seconds behind. So this race has just gone out of his hands.
Haven, and another 3-second time penalty, which accumulates now to 13 seconds of penalty for Haven. It's so unfortunate for him. This is gonna drop him outside the top 10, outside the points positions, and I think just barely, because Zach got 24-second gap to Speed Demon, which means that Team Haven will probably end up in P11 just outside the points.
Unless Speed Demon gets another time penalty. We've already seen one from him today. It doesn't mean that we can just count him out just yet.
Yeah, and to be fair, he is in a fight with Liverpool at the moment. This is for the last point. So yeah, we might see one of them getting desperate and sending in a stupid dive. Oh, as Speed Demon hits the wall a little bit. As they come now towards the last couple of corners, now into the hairpin they go. Might see a dive bomb happening here. No, not here. They're playing smart.
He's now just pulling away in this race. He is extending to almost 3 seconds ahead of Vapor.
Yeah, I think Vapor
this race just
slowing down now a little bit, playing safe.
Yes. However, Dragon, he's now under 5 seconds to Vapor. So he's trying to get back at that Mercedes and possibly reclaim a P2 for him. But let's not leave out Trixie just yet. He's on the fresher hard compound tires, and so anything can happen for him.
Indeed. Got 5 laps to go. Actually, anything can happen? Okay. No, never mind.
See Jackie, he overtakes Haven now to improve up into P8. In terms of teams, pretty great day for Sauber actually. So they got both cars running into P3 and P8 as of right now. Pretty steady points.
Yeah, we got yellow flags in sector 1 as well. That was because of Veculi who lost parts of his front wing. I would assume he had the classic oversteer out of the turn 3 maybe and hitting the wall there. Well, at least looked like it on the map, so unfortunate for him. Yeah, so you just said it, very good day for Sauber. Pretty much the opposite for Haas. Like it was looking good at the start of this weekend, but yeah, in the end, both cars probably will finish outside the points. No points at all for them. Yeah, hard weekend.
I would say that a heartbreaking weekend is those Alpines. We saw them in P6 and P7.
P5
No, we
and
saw them in
7.
P5 and P7.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And both
true.
of them finishing in P19 and P20 today after DNFing 2 laps into this race.
Oh no, that was Veculi again having half a spin into the stadium section there. Looked quite impressive, I'm gonna say, but yeah, obviously not fast. Yeah, but I totally agree with Alpine. That is a terrible weekend for them. First off, looking so good, and in the end, it's just, yeah, heartbreak. As we have Veculi.
Another 10-second penalty.
Yeah, Veculi into the pits. That wasn't Veculi, that was Haven who actually got front wing damage, I just realized here.
So Andy and Simus, they're going to improve up to P13 and P14 as Beck is going to move all the way down to P15 after this race. So Vec now onto the softer compound tires, the only car in the field who has switched to those. But honestly, if you're Lewis and Vapor, you can't afford to switch on to any new tires, especially this late into the race with 2.5 laps to go.
Yeah, and 2.5 laps to go, and Trixie is slowly creeping into the DRS range of Red Dragon. I wonder if there might be an overtake happening soon. I think so. I mean, the next lap,
1.1 behind him.
Yeah, next lap could be the one where Trixie gets the DRS. And this one would be for the podium.
Dragon, he's got so much stored energy compared to Trixie. Trixie only sitting at around 20% battery while Dragon still has 40.
Yes, indeed, but Trixie will have the DRS now, and that could help him. So then 2 laps to go. Only few possible chances for Trixie to go for it, and he is looking so close behind him now. He's looking so fast.
2 laps to go for these two. Honestly, Dragon just hoping that Trixie will make a mistake trying to overtake him here, possibly picking up a time penalty to secure him that podium. However, he is right on him.
Yeah, you can really see how he got much more grip than Dragon through the corners as he tries to go for it already. I don't even know if that was intentional or not, but Trixie is just so much faster as he goes now towards
Trixie.
turn.
He's now going to have DRS.
Yes, here we go, into turn 11 we go. Don't think
Can he
Trixie's
overtake?
gonna go for
No, he's just going to stick right behind Dragon and possibly put a nose to the back of him. And he puts it again, trying to shake him out of the groove. And these two, the battle for the final spot on this podium with 1.5 laps to go.
Yeah, we have yellow flags in sector 1 once more. That is not even sure who that is. Is it a Williams maybe?
It possibly might be Zach.
Yeah, I think it was Zach. So.
But now we see both Haas switching onto the softer compounds. We saw
and here
Haven.
comes Trixie already down the inside. They make contact. How did they not spin out? That was so close.
Both cars having no battery now on this last lap. It's going to come out to whoever has the most pace here. Dragon with the 16 lap old hards and Trixie only on the 9. Dragon's got no grip here. He's just got to play it as safe as possible. And Trixie almost able to put, and here they go. He puts the nose to him and he bumps him out. Dragon, though, he's got the faster corner exit and he's able to keep up with him.
I think Trixie might have given the position back, not so sure about it, but however, here comes Trixie then, into turn 11, down they go, will he go for the move? He has to go for the long way around as Red Dragon fights the inside, Trixie has to go around, and he gets the job done! Brilliant overtake by Trixie.
I don't think there's anything Dragon's going to be able to do here. Trixie, he's got more grip, he's got more speed than him, and in terms of battery, they're equal. However, Dragon, he's going to have the DRS on Trixie here, just barely, and so he might be able to get something done heading into this final corner here, as we're seeing Lewis
taking the checkered flag, and he started first, he's finishing first, and not just in this race, but in the sprint as well.
Trixie, he's going to just stay ahead of Dragon, and he's going to claim P3 at Miami.
Yeah, good result for Dragon, but if you consider that he started in second place, obviously, I'm not too sure if it feels like a good result to him, especially since he lost his podium spot in the last lap. But either way, it's a good job, and it's good important points for Sauber.
Yes, as we see here, Lewis, he's been dominant all day long. Miami obviously having no effect on him as he's able to pick up a win here today. Vapor in P2. Obviously, we've seen him. He had the pace and he had the stamina to be able to compete with Lewis as long as he possibly could. But those 18-lap old hard tires, they just had no grip in the end. And he just wasn't able to push the car as fast as he would have wanted to possibly keep up and win this race. And then Trixie with the final overtake in this race that proved to be the difference against Dragon, starting earlier in this race around the same area. I believe it was P3 or P4, and he's able to stay the same or improve. But your podium finishes here today: Lewis P1, Vapor P2, and Trixie in P3.
Yeah, but to be fair, I just have to point out that I'm not even sure it was the final overtake of the race, because after the finish line, I saw that Liverpool and Speed Demon, they were very close together. So not sure if there was maybe even an overtake on the line, but yeah. So, but either way, it was a brilliant overtake on the final lap. And yeah, congratulations on the podium.
Yeah. Here, as we can see, we got Lewis, Vapor, and Trixie all celebrating it here. The Red Bull, the McLaren, and the Mercedes.
Alright,
notable thanks to Mark here today. Our race winner here today, Lewis Bloor. Our fastest lap held by Red Dragon himself. Driver of the day, Smozik. Most overtakes, Smozik. And the cleanest driver in today's race was Smozik.
Oh, nice. We got Vapor in here already. Can you okay, let's see if we can get the other ones in here as well. Oh, there's Lewis. Can you pull him over?
Oh shit, my bad.
Interesting.
I just died. I don't know how to pull him over.
Oh damn. Yeah, okay, then we could just go into main chat.
Yeah. On the main one, yeah. Oh wait, no, he can access the commentary one.
Can he?
I don't know. Why don't we just go to the main chat?
Yeah, we just go over.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Wait, let's see. Trixie.
We got Vapor in here. I haven't seen Trixie yet.
I thought I was gonna get moved in, to be honest. But...
Alright. Let's see. Just love those classification graphs. They are crazy. Can I move that? Okay, no, I can't. Okay, just waiting on Trixie then. Let's see if he joins as well. god, that is annoying. Okay, that's better. Yay. Okay. Oh, he doesn't have a mic. Okay then. Okay, then we just start with our top 2 finishers. Vapor, starting off with you. First of all, congratulations on the podium. Thank you for being here.
Yes, sir.
Just first of all, it's been the first sprint race of the season now. Tell us from your POV, how was it for you, the sprint weekend?
I mean, it was alright. Obviously I've had a tricky sort of few races there, but I mean, the sprint wasn't ideal, to be honest with you, but that 10-second hopefully should get removed. So I think it was pretty diabolic how I got a 10-second for literally what should have been a corner cut warning. Because I basically half spun it and then caught it, and then I lifted it off going over the runoff to give the advantage back, aka let Lewis back out the DRS range, which he rightfully earned, and then yeah, it sort of just gave me 10 seconds. So hopefully that gets removed and I get the second in the sprint. But yeah, the main race was better. And I actually changed my setup a bit. I put a bit more wing on because I was struggling with I had 8.2 wings in the sprint, and I think I had 10.6 in the main race because I thought it'd help with the tyre wear, and also as in I wouldn't have to push through the S's as much on the first stint, and then just basically just burn my battery and then save it up for the pit stop, which I did, but I boxed too early basically, which was my downfall.
Yeah, and did you were you surprised by how quick Lewis was today, or did you kind of expected him to be that fast, and you know that it's gonna be tough to challenge for the win?
Well, the pole was on the cards. In fact, both of the poles could have been on the cards. I sort of messed. I had an issue in my sprint qualifying when my wheel came off in sector 1, which cost me about 2.5 tenths. That deficit would have got me pole. Or probably about near pole, and then the main race qualifying was just basically just bottle. I mean, firstly, I messed up my out laps. I didn't have the tyres in range, so that kind of annoyed me. But yeah, starting third didn't help. I had Red Dragon, and he lost DRS to Lewis, which I think if I'd have been ahead of Red Dragon before he'd lost a DRS, I think I'd be able to keep with him because my race pace wasn't that bad. It looked horrific on the hards. It's because I just boxed too early, but it wasn't actually that bad on the mediums. I think I had a lot of pace, and I had the tyres to stay out longer, but I just didn't. And yeah, I probably should have gone to about lap 13. Probably would have boxed, and I would have undercut Lewis by a lap, come out ahead of him. I think he still would have won. I think he was too fast, but yeah, I mean, is what it is at the end of the day. I mean, with Lewis racing, I guess second's always a good thing, and I mean, I just gotta stay in it. As I said in Jeddah, I just need to keep finishing second, and hopefully some floodgates open towards the end of the season, and something happens, and I can just sort of sweep up. But yeah, no, I'm still pushing hard. I'm still trying to catch him, and today was definitely a bit of a step forward compared to Jeddah, where even though I kept with him the whole race, I thought I was quite a bit behind, and even though the gap was bigger here, it was sort of like, yeah, okay, I definitely had the pace to sort of be with him today. But yeah, no, just there's a few obviously negatives and positives to take away, but yeah, I'll come back stronger for I think it's Spain next. But yeah, no, I'll be back. So
yeah, all right. Char, you wanna ask something?
I mean, that was a brilliant drive from you towards the end, Vapor. We saw you in P1 for a good chunk of that race, but obviously Lewis just had the newer hard compound tires. Can you just give us a quick rundown of what your thought process was towards the last 10 laps of those races, seeing that Lewis was climbing the leaderboard?
yeah, well, I actually was really surprised about how big the gap was when I came out. I mean, I know I was going to undercut him, but it was like 6 seconds or like 5.5 or something like that. And I was thinking, it gave me a lot of hope. I was like, okay, I could actually win this race. Obviously, that turned out to be completely false. I just didn't have the tyres towards the end. Obviously, that undercut was huge. But I just sort of when I came out the pits and I saw the gap, I wasn't like trying to push it on or anything. I actually just went in none and started saving my battery because I knew he'd come back at me. So I was like, the more tie grip I have at that point of the race, when he catches me, if I could sort of equal it out, obviously I wouldn't equal it out, but if I could sort of like try and bridge that gap in the tire difference that we had just simply by managing them by when he catches me, I could have a chance of sort of staying with him, and I did for a few laps, and then I just made a mistake out the final corner, and that was when I sort of realised that yeah, this race was basically lost for the win. But um, what you said about the sort of my thought process was okay when he's in my DRS, try and keep Trixie between me and him. I don't know if you saw, but one of the times he was overtaking Trixie, and I went to the inside to try and block him so Trixie could go around the outside, and I was going to let him through Trixie, but I thought I'm just going to stay ahead and keep the track position.
Yeah, I
But
mean, we saw it starting, you guys entering the stadium at that one point. You were nearly
yeah,
3 wide in there, you,
yeah,
Lewis, and Trixie.
I was I was just sort of like trying to back Lewis up, hoping something probably happened between him and Trixie. I mean, not to jinx them, but I was hoping they'd sort of crash. But that was my hope, and something would happen between them. But yeah, you know, at the end of the day, Lewis is absolutely rapid. So, and I've said it so many times, but it's sort of hard. I mean, it's sort of hard to just like judge like when I need to push against him and stuff. But I'm sort of learning as I go along as well. Um, Racing him more frequently. Like I'm trying to learn like what he does and maybe where I can get an advantage on him. But I don't know. Maybe if I could go back, I'd probably two stop today. But you know, just mistakes here and there that cost me.
Yeah, obviously P2 still a brilliant drive from you today. Would you say that Lewis heading into the remaining part of this season would probably be your biggest rival in terms of the championship?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to be honest, I've still got challenges behind. Like Trixie, he's very quick. But I mean, I'm still aiming to win the chart title. I mean, I'm not giving up on it yet. And if Lewis doesn't race in Monaco, that could be a big chance for me. So please, if you're listening, do not race in Monaco so I can win it and I can come back.
I got you. Don't worry.
But well, if it's all ifs at the moment. It could come, as I said, even if he doesn't race in Monaco, I could put it in a barrier and suddenly I'm no longer in the title fight horse, But he's definitely got a lot of strong races coming up. I think there's a few tracks though that I can. I think there is a few tracks where I could probably maybe get him at, but it's going to be so hard because as I said, I've got a lot of strong tracks coming up. I don't know if I've talked about, but like
Yeah, we have
Monza and
Barcelona
stuff.
next week, so
Yeah, I'll be doing that for WOR. No line. Well, I'm lining here, but I'm no line for WOR. So I'd probably gain a bit of that, but I'd probably be line anyway. Or well, I'll see what my no line pace is. I might go no line, but just tracks like your sort of Monzas,
with
your Hungaries maybe. Like the tracks that I'm able to come back at him because like, I remember stronger tracks. And it's only the issue I've got is my stronger tracks. He's still ahead of me, but my weaker tracks, he's a lot ahead of me, which is my issue. But we'll see how it goes, I guess.
yeah, I mean, great answer. Wishing you all the best in terms of next week at Barcelona. I know Spain isn't exactly the greatest track, and I know a lot of drivers hate it and a lot of drivers love it, so it's very split. But that's all the questions I have right now at the moment, Soren.
Yeah, no, I don't have anyone either. So, yeah, congratulations again, Vapor, on the podium
cheers,
today. Thank you for your time, and good luck for the rest of the season. Good luck next week, and yeah, see you next week. Yeah, we continue then with our race winner, of course, with Lewis. For you as well, first of all, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the podium. Thank you for being here. Yeah, fourth win in a row, I believe. And yeah, that pretty much secures the championship at the moment. So must be feeling pretty good, right? Doesn't it?
Yeah, it's probably the best start to a season I've had in my year or so league racing. So yeah, it feels quite good.
Yeah, all right. And I mean, the weekend started off very good for you anyway. I mean, pole position in the sprint quali, win in the sprint race, pole in the normal quali, win in the normal race. But let's start off with the sprint race. Yeah, like I said, pole. Both times pretty dominant. And yeah, even in the sprint as well, there was no real pressure. How was that for you, like the sprint?
I know I chose the wrong tire, but I was trying to save a hard for the race, but I didn't realize that you just get a fresh one anyways. Otherwise, I would have gone hards in the sprint. The sprint quality wasn't optimal. It was a bit like I made a few dumb mistakes, but I mean I still got the pole. Uh, Knowing that I had the medium tire della, I just tried gapping and it worked. And then I tried just tire saving to try make it so the hards went so much quicker, and it ended up working.
Yeah, and you just said you might have would actually have gone for the hards, but did you had in the sprint like at any point like this a real thought to yourself that you might be on the wrong tires, that this might could go wrong here in the sprint, but or do you feel felt pretty confident throughout the whole sprint?
I knew at the start that I was on the wrong tires. I knew 100% the hards were going to be the better tire, but I just didn't know if I'd get a fresh one for the race. And in case there's an early safety car, I could have done hard in the race, which would have been the strat. So I knew I was on the wrong tire. I just knew that I had to get some form of a gap, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever it was, and then try and mitigate the loss by like I don't know, only losing, let's say, 5 tenths a lap or something like that, which would have been enough from lap 7 onwards to win. So, and I knew people behind me would have been pushing anyways for ERS. But once I saw Vape had a 10-second penalty, I kind of just chilled because I knew I was winning.
Yeah, true. And for the race then, um, it was pretty much repeat, at least for the first half. I mean, you were under pressure a little bit from Dragon in the first couple of laps. He even took the lead at some point. Yeah, but you eventually retook the lead, and from then on, it was more or less a repeat of the sprint, except the last couple of laps when your car came in for the for the pits, and you had to fight your way back through. But what were your thought process in that kind of phase? Let's just focus on the start period. And now, what were you thinking like when Dragon came up and yeah, he even took the lead at some point?
I mean, I was just kind of letting him burn his tires. I knew on this track that the tire wear is quite high, and if you don't take care of them, you are in puncture range really early on. And I know you have to get to at least lap 12 to make it to the end on the hards. And so if you pit earlier than that, you're basically on a 2-stop. So I was just going to let him lead if he had the pace. But then Vapor, I was kind of worried about him overtaking me, and I didn't want that to happen because second's fine, third's never fine when it comes to trains. So I just decided to retake the lead and try burn to keep ahead of Dragon until his pace dropped a bit, which I did, and then I just ended up breaking DRS for him.
Yeah, and just quickly go over the last bit of the race when you came in for the pit stop and you came out behind all those guys. I think it was in P5 or something like that. What were you thinking then? Did you have any thoughts about maybe not making it for the win, maybe not even the podium, or were you pretty confident that you would still get it with your fresher tires?
I thought I was doomed, to be honest. It was like a 5-second gap or whatnot, and I only had a 2-lap tire delta. I didn't think it would be that much, but it turns out it was, and I managed to bring a 5-second gap down in about like 6 laps, 5 laps, maybe even less. And I didn't expect that at all. But once I saw that I was gaining a decent amount, asking my engineer what the lap times they were doing, and they were doing 31s, and I was doing 28, so I was quite confident.
Yeah. All right. Char, you got any questions?
Nah, I mean, you pretty much summed it up, everything else perfectly. I mean, Lewis, obviously, he had the dominating car here today. I mean, he won the sprint, he won the race. I can't imagine a more perfect weekend. Yeah, no, I'm lost for words.
Okay. Okay. I just thought of another question for Lewis then. Um, do you feel like if you're looking back at this race now, the main race, Do you feel like you could have done anything different in terms of strategy that maybe would have been better, or do you feel like you've chosen the perfect strategy for you today?
I was very happy with my race. The only thing that was annoying today was the qualifying because I went out early and then bottled and whatnot. But the race, my pace was really, really good, or I felt it was. Uh, and I'm really happy with the setup that I made on the spot. So yeah, nothing more could have gone better.
Yeah, all right. Final question then. My usual one next week is Spain, Barcelona. How are you feeling for that? Confident?
Confident.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just had a race in WR on PC um, around Spain, and I did quite well in that. So yeah, I'm quite confident for Spain.
Yeah, all right then. Good. If Char got then doesn't have anything left to say, then I think I'm done as well. Um, yeah. Thank you for your time, and yeah, congrats on the win. Congrats on the championship lead still, and good luck in the next race then.
Cheers.
Good. Thank you.
Thank
Um,
you, Lewis.
yeah, good. I think we are done then. That was the fifth race of the season for ETSR Division 1. Um, yeah, I'm sorry. And on my side was Char. Char, you got anything left to say for the viewers?
Um, Honestly, this race here today just shows the excitement that ETSR has to produce. Nothing short of boring and nothing short of dull. So for those of you who are new and who are just tuning in, this is as good as it gets. And just look forward to next week as we head into Barcelona.
Yeah, I totally agree. This was when I first saw that it was going to be in Miami, I had quite a bad feeling towards it. Not gonna lie, because at least for me, the track felt horrible on this game. But yeah, in the end, I was quite happy. I'm quite happy with how the race turned out, and yeah, couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, that is it then for this race. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to tune in on Thursday for Division 2.
Two.
Same race, same track. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been Char. This is Soren. And thanks for watching ETSR. We'll see you on Thursday for Division 2.
Yeah, see ya.